Hello anime lovers, welcome back to WoW Senpai. You ever wonder what happens when an average guy gets dropped into another world? And suddenly every girl wants him. He's got cheat skills, and the laws of physics just quit? Yeah, this list is exactly that. Overpowered MCs, fantasy worlds, and harems that make you question your sanity. Let's not waste time. Here are 10 anime where the MC breaks the game and collects waifus like achievements. Coming in at number 10. Monster Girl Doctor. Now, this one doesn't have explosive fights or world-ending magic, but don't be fooled. The MC here is overpowered in a very different way. Meet Dr. Glenn Litbeat, a human doctor running a clinic in a fantasy world full of monster girls. And yes, I mean all kinds. Lamias, centaurs, harpies, slimes. If it's half human, half something else, he's probably seen it, up close. But this isn't just about fan service. Okay, it kind of is. But there's also actual medical lore and world building that somehow makes you care about these girls beyond just their monster assets. Glenn's superpower isn't strength. It's confidence, skill, and the ability to stay cool under pressure. Even when he's elbows deep in a harpy's wing or inspecting a lamia's scales a little too intimately. And of course, the girls love him for it. Monster Girl Doctor is that perfect blend of ecchi, fantasy, and harem, with just enough plot to pretend you're watching for the story. At number 9, we've got the hidden dungeon only I can enter. And no, that's not a metaphor. This anime follows Noir, a guy born into nobility but like the broke kind, no money, no fame, and definitely no power until he stumbles upon a secret dungeon where he gains a ridiculously busted ability, skill creation. That's right, this man can literally make any skill he wants. The catch? He needs to generate life points which he earns through pleasurable experiences. And yep, that means things get ecchi fast. From kisses to flirtation to full-on harem chaos, Noir powers up by getting close, and I mean very close to his growing squad of waifus. You've got his childhood friend, a busty noble tutor, an elf girl, and even a tsundere princess. It's like an OP buffet with extra fan service on the side. The show doesn't take itself seriously, and that's exactly why it works. So if you like your overpowered MCs with cheat skills and a side of harem hijinks, this anime deserves a spot in your watch list. Sliding into number 8 is Farming Life in Another World. And don't let the chill title fool you. Our boy Hiraku Machio dies from illness, gets reincarnated by a god, and this time around, he just wants peace. No demon lords, no saving the world. All he asks for is a healthy body and a quiet life on a farm. And the gods? Yeah, they go extra. They give him a super OP farming tool that can transform into literally anything. An axe, a weapon, a ladder, a grill, you name it. But the real surprise? His peaceful farm turns into a magnet for monster girls, elves, angels, vampires, and even dragons. They don't just visit, they move in. Before long, Hiraku's farm is less about crops and more about building his accidental kingdom, with a harem that just keeps expanding. It's not about flashy battles. It's about comfy, overpowered life, wholesome chaos, and casually becoming the center of an entire village full of fantasy waifus. If you're into slow-life isekai with OP perks, waifu diplomacy, and zero stress, this anime is perfect chill flex. At number 7, we've got Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. We follow Ryu Yamada, your typical bad boy with a temper, who accidentally discovers that kissing a certain quiet girl in school lets him swap bodies with her. Yeah, kissing. That's the trigger. And guess what? There are 6 more witches at this school, each with their own ridiculous powers, from mind reading to memory wipes to full-blown manipulation, all activated the same way. Yep, more kissing. What follows is absolute chaos. Yamada forms a club, assembles his own squad of girls with supernatural abilities, and starts uncovering the mystery behind all 7 witches. And of course, along the way, he's kissing just about everyone, sometimes for strategy, sometimes by accident, and sometimes just because anime logic. Despite the wild setup, this show nails character development, humor, and romance in a way that actually works. So if you're into supernatural school life, chaotic harem energy, and a story that keeps kissing its way into bigger problems, this anime is one you won't want to miss. Taking the number 6 spot is Immoral Guild. And let me say this right now. This anime is not for the faint of heart. We follow Kikuru Marin, a beast hunter who's been carrying his guild on his back for years. He's strong, respected, and honestly just wants to retire in peace. But when he tries to step away, he's forced to train a bunch of rookie girls. And let's just say, they're very bad at their jobs. From getting caught by tentacles to losing their armor in the most unrealistically convenient ways, these girls attract trouble like magnets. And Kakuru? He gets dragged into every moral dilemma imaginable. It's fan service at its most unhinged, but it leans into the absurdity so hard, you just end up laughing while trying to figure out how this got past censors. Beneath all the chaos, there's actually a solid fantasy guild setup, and a likable MC who just wants peace. If you like your overpowered MCs surrounded by waifus who cannot stay dressed, Immoral Guild is the guilty pleasure you didn't know you needed. Landing hard at number 5, it's time for Chained Soldier. Yuki Wakara was just your average guy, until a demon-infested realm called Mado sucked him in. That's when he's saved by Kyuka, a beautiful and badass female commander who has the power to enslave demons. And apparently him too. Yeah, you heard that right. She literally chains him up, turns him into her living weapon, and together they start wiping out monsters like it's their full-time job. Sounds wild? It gets wilder. This anime doesn't hold back. It's packed with brutal fights, sexy power dynamics, and an unapologetic blend of action and ecchi that'll make you go, wait, did that just happen? Every 5 minutes. But behind the spicy fan service is a surprisingly intense plot about hierarchy, trust, and survival in a demon-infested world where being useful means everything, even if it means becoming someone's chained soldier. If you like chaotic energy, elite waifus, and over-the-top battles with zero chill, Chained Soldier will keep you chained to the screen. Number 4 is Combatants Will Be Dispatched. The story follows Agent 6, a completely shameless foot soldier for an evil organization back on Earth. His mission? Conquer a fantasy world on behalf of his company. Because world domination is apparently remote work now. But he's not alone. He's got Alice, a pint-sized android with enough sarcasm and explosives to qualify as a one-woman army. Together, they spread evil points by doing stuff like stealing panties and trolling royalty. You know, classic villain things. Now here's where the harem chaos kicks in. You've got a tsundere knight who hates Six but blushes constantly, a dragon girl with no survival instincts, and a demon general who probably should have fired him, but didn't because anime logic. It's chaotic, it's petty, it's wildly inappropriate, and absolutely hilarious. If you're tired of noble, selfless isekai heroes, this is your guy. He'll save the world by scamming it first. Crashing in at number 3, it's time for Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. We meet Lux Arcadia, a fallen prince from a ruined empire, who's now trying to live a peaceful, low-profile life. But of course, that lasts all of 5 minutes. Why? Because he crashes into the girls' bath at a prestigious academy for elite drag knight users. And surprise, they all pilot ancient magical mechs called drag rides, and guess what? Lux is a total beast at using them. Despite his laid-back attitude, Lux holds the title of Undefeated Weakest, because he never loses. And from that point on, he gets pulled into political conspiracies, high-stakes mech battles, and a full-blown royal harem of tsunderes, princesses, and warrior waifus who all want a piece of him. But it also throws in real stakes, betrayal, and some intense character arcs that make it more than just eye candy. If you're into overpowered MCs who stay humble while stealing hearts and winning duels in style, Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle absolutely delivers. At number 2, we have Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. Our MC Michio gets isekai'd into a brutal RPG-style world with monsters, skills, and loot drops. But instead of grinding for XP, he starts grinding for waifus. His first party member? A beastkin girl with serious sword skills and loyalty that's almost suspicious. Let's just say she's not there for the small talk. And while the anime is packed with dungeon crawling, sword fighting, and stat upgrades, let's be honest, most people came here for the harem part of the title. But unlike your average ecchi fest, this one actually takes its fantasy world somewhat seriously. The harem building has rules, the progression feels earned, and Michio, surprisingly, doesn't act like a total idiot. It's bold and not for kids. But if you want a grown-up isekai, this one hits different. Taking the number 1 spot, the Eminence in Shadow, Sid Kaganu doesn't care about being a hero or a villain. He wants to be the puppet master in the shadows, pulling the strings while the world dances to his tune. So when he's reincarnated in a fantasy world, he makes that dream a full-blown reality. He builds a secret organization called Shadow Garden to battle an evil cult, one that he totally made up as a joke, except it actually exists. And things spiral way out of control in the most entertaining way possible. From absurdly overpowered fights to dead serious monologues delivered with meme-level irony, the Eminence in Shadow knows exactly what it's doing, and it does it flawlessly. Sid isn't just overpowered, he's extra. He turns every encounter into theater, flexes with zero awareness, and somehow becomes the edgiest legend in town without even trying. If any of these titles just powered up your watch list, hit that like button like it's a final boss. Drop your favorite in the comments, or flex an underrated pick we missed. And if you haven't already, subscribe to WoW Senpai for more anime chaos, spicy takes, and weekly top 10s. Catch you in the next one.